Welcome to today's session on team cohesion, self-team, and organization. In this topic, we'll explore how strong teams are built through trust, clarity, and responsibility, and more importantly, what can happen when those elements are missing. We'll take a close look at the role of accountability, not just as an abstract idea, but as a living part of everyday teamwork. You'll learn how to create a culture where people feel responsible for their work, and where performance isn't left to chance, but supported through smart processes and frameworks. Now, let's imagine what a workplace looks like when accountability isn't part of the culture. Picture a team where no one follows through on their promises. Deadlines slip and no one feels truly responsible. In that kind of environment, trust fades fast. People begin to question whether they can rely on each other, and eventually they stop trying. Without accountability, team morale drops. When team members see others slacking off without consequence, it's disheartening. Everyone starts to feel disengaged, unsure about what is expected, and unclear about where the team is headed. Priorities become scattered, performance suffers, and goals are missed. And over time, good people leave. High staff turnover is often a clear sign that a team is struggling with accountability. So, how do we prevent that from happening? The key is to embed accountability into the very culture of your team. This starts with leadership, and leadership doesn't always mean a title. It means setting an example. When you consistently follow through on your commitments, acknowledge your mistakes, and take ownership, you show others what accountability looks like. Creating a culture like this means helping people see that responsibility isn't a punishment, it's a shared commitment to doing our best work. When accountability becomes part of the everyday routine, not just something we talk about at performance reviews, it starts to feel normal, even empowering. Another way to reinforce this culture is through meaningful feedback. Accountability thrives in environments where open, honest conversations are welcomed. Feedback shouldn't be stored up and delivered only when things go wrong. Regular, constructive conversations help guide performance, correct issues early, and encourage growth. The longer we wait to give feedback, the more damage it can do, so it's better to address concerns directly but supportively. And let's not forget tracking. Holding each other to what we said would do, whether it's in a meeting or in writing, is vital. When action items are noted and followed up, everyone is reminded that their contributions matter. This kind of consistency builds trust and reinforces that everyone's role counts. To bring this to life practically, we often use a tool called an accountability framework. Think of this like a map that shows who's doing what in a project. The most common framework is the RACI model, and while it looks simple, it has a powerful impact. Every person in a task or project falls into one of four roles. The person responsible is the one actually doing the task, say, writing a report or designing a product. The one accountable ensures it gets done properly. They sign off and take overall ownership. Someone might be consulted, meaning they offer expertise or guidance. And others are simply informed, kept in the loop as things progress. This model stops the confusion of "I thought you were doing that," and instead creates clarity. When everyone knows their role, teams work with more focus and less friction. Now let's talk about systems, because even the most committed teams need structure. Performance management policies and procedures are the scaffolding that supports accountability. These are the guidelines that help team members understand what's expected of them, how they're doing, and where they can improve. Good policies don't just monitor people, they support them. They give individuals regular feedback, open the door for recognition and reward, and help identify when someone might need training or support. If someone is underperforming, these systems ensure it's addressed early, fairly, and constructively. In a team with strong performance procedures, people feel seen, valued, and clear on how to succeed. But how do we actually create these policies in the first place? It starts with identifying a need. Perhaps something isn't working smoothly, or a new process is required. From there, someone must take the lead. Ideally, this is someone with a good understanding of the issue, not just someone with authority. You then gather information, look at templates, past policies, or industry standards. Then draft a policy that's clear and realistic. Keep in mind who will use it, don't make it more complex than necessary. Consultation is critical. Talk to the people who will be affected, so their insights shape the final outcome. When everyone's had input, they're more likely to follow the policy. Finally, decide who will approve the policy and who will maintain it. And consider whether procedures, the step-by-step instructions, are needed alongside it. These bring the policy to life and ensure consistency across the team. As we wrap up, remember this: accountability isn't just about tasks, it's about trust, ownership, and showing others they can count on you. When each person takes responsibility, teams become stronger, more connected, and far more effective. Keep leading by example, give support when it's needed, and make accountability part of how your team works every day. That's how real cohesion is built.